we're going to do on this live today, I'm going to get into the conversation for my dark feminine, my sirens, high priestesses, empress energy, women, goddesses. We are going to talk about how to never abandon your career, your life, or yourself for a man, okay? Because they're not going to do that for you. They're not going to abandon what they got going on for their life right now unless it's beneficial or they want to, okay? So that's one thing that we could take some lessons from these men. We could take these lessons from these men to be like, you know what? I see how y'all hold the fork down. Y'all don't just abandon what y'all got going on just so that you could run to the hills for love. You see, men don't abandon their responsibilities. They don't abandon what they got going on for their life for love. Okay, they don't do that unless it's beneficial or they feel called to do it. So us as divine dark feminine women, we need to take those notes, and we not going to abandon ourselves. Like, for instance, if you are interested in this person, right? But they're asking you to just quit your job. They're telling you to quit your job, quit this, do all of that, and just go move out the States with them, okay? That's you abandoning what you got going on in your town or your area. That's you leaving behind something because you think it's going to be a fresh new beginning when you had some things to complete in this town. Or if you already completed things in that town and you just kind of just want some fun and you want to just like go for this fresh start, you're still in a way abandoning yourself, because it's like, if that was the other way around, that a man's not going to do that, especially if it doesn't feel called to him to do that. Like, he's not going to just leave behind what he got going on over there. That's why he's summoning you to come to him, okay? Because you got to get a man that's going to meet you halfway, all right? Or they're going to come. Thank you so much. Coming from South Carolina. I love my South Carolina energy. I just dropped the Speaker Knockers tarot reading, and I would love for you guys to tune in and join in, okay? But let's get back to the energy of the dark feminine sirens and empress and goddesses that are on this channel that I am channeling right now. Okay, I'm telling you guys to never abandon yourself. Never look at yourself like. And also, another thing to do as well, don't start getting in your head about what if this person has a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of women, or what if you got all this different type of stuff. Because okay, 9 times out of 10, men are not doing that. They are not doing that. They're not going to just abandon their self. They're not going to then start using like the ideas in their head and actually like allowing it to affect their day. They're not going to allow that to affect their day at all. Okay, they're going to still continue to, if they even think that, they're not going to allow that to affect their day. But with us women, we got to learn is that we're not going to allow that shit to get to us. We're not gonna allow that to get to us, and that's what we gotta like channel. That's what we gotta do. That's what you gotta do some self-healing, some meditation work, okay? For my divine feminines, you just cannot abandon yourself for love. And if someone is asking for you to just abandon yourself and leave your responsibilities behind for them, then that's not love. That's not genuine. That's not something that's a connection that you should be, diving into. And especially if the person that you're dealing with is in a hot and cold game, 1 minute they want to text you, 1 minute they don't, or like I said, they got stuff that they're handling right now. A man is not going to prioritize you if they got stuff going on. You feel me? They got stuff going on, but for the woman, right? For the women, us women, we would just drop everything for a dime a bag, okay? And just go and pour into the situation. Like, no, we cannot do that, because we need to give space, okay? And also, don't allow our thoughts to control us. Don't allow the thoughts to get in your head to manipulate you into feeling like you're obligated to give everything up for a person to show them love. Hey, from New York City, gang, 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 gang. Gra, 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 boom. Hey, I got my New Yorkers in here. I got my South Carolinas in here. I'm loving the energy. But yes, though, like I said, like that's what we're not gonna do, okay? Because right now, during the summertime, and I'm warning you guys, retrograde is starting in mid-June. So a lot of exes are going to be coming back, okay? A lot of exes are going to be coming back. They're gonna be trying to surface in. You're gonna have a lot of temptation, a lot of people. You looking good. You looking sexy this summer. You're looking fire. Mata, okay? Mind over matter, okay? You got to use that mind over matter, okay? You don't want to fall deeply into these temptations with people and then start playing into the hot and cold game. Like 1 minute the person is this all up in your DMs, and the next minute they not even pouring into you, and you just questioning your self-worth. Like, am I beautiful? What's the problem? Is it me? No, that's where you got yourself fucked up at. Stop blaming yourself for people's actions. You can only control yourself. You can only control your reality. And you don't want to pour so much into a person who's giving you a half cup. And even so, if the person is giving you a full cup, it should be an equal exchange, okay? And if you still love that person, you really connect with them really deeply, you don't want to just leave them or whatever the case may be, like you really do see a future with them. You don't want to just overly fantasize. Like I said, in my other video, I talked about the difference between healthy obsession and then you got the negative obsession. And the negative obsession is literally you fantasizing so much about this person that you're not even in your own reality, focusing on your things as well. And then you get heartbroken because of the simple fact that the person either could be handling life situations, or they could be got something else going on. Maybe they're like I said, either way, you don't want to get yourself heartbroken by overly fantasizing. It's okay to think about them. You feel me? You could write in your journal. Write in your journal what you want to manifest with this person. Because during the 31st, guys, we're gonna be live on the 31st. Join me at 7 o'clock p.m. We're gonna be live for the blue moon. Okay, we're gonna write down all of our manifestations, what we want to manifest during this blue moon. And you can literally like write, like, because a lot of you guys are having your soulmate in your energy right now. You've met your soulmate, but there's a little bit of difficulties in the midst of all of that. Or the soulmate could be coming, okay? But spirit is asking you to choose yourself as well. You can hold love for yourself and for the individual that you're pouring into. You don't want it to be one-sided, okay? You don't want to just pour all of this love, right? You pouring all of this love into this person, right? And your cup is not even being filled. Like, you're not even filling up your own cup. You're just pouring all of your love into this person, okay? But what about your heart? Oh, but I love this person and I'm happy, okay? Yes, you're experiencing happy dopamine. You're experiencing the excitement of starting something fresh and new, but you don't want to abandon your responsibilities. You don't want to abandon your self-care routines. You don't want to abandon your life or yourself for the love that you truly desire and long for. For a lot of you guys definitely have met your soulmate. Thank you so much. You should put black. I'm gonna definitely think about I black strips. That's cute. That's giving skunk. I like that. That's kite. I want you to show me on Google. I'm famous. Hey. All right, I'm gonna search you up on Google. Yusuf Khalil. All right, I'm gonna search you up on Google. Okay. But yeah, this is what I'm telling. Like, you just don't. Homelander is the god. Hey, Homelander gods. Okay, I'm loving y'all. Where y'all from? Talk down to me. But this is what I'm getting back into. Spirit is showing you right now, especially as summer is about to brew up. Mercury retrograde is about to pull up on the corner, so there's a lot of exes that's about to spin a block. There's a lot of people that's going to be on your body, but you can realize that a lot of people come in your energy and they want to play the hot and cold game. They want a 1 minute half in, half out. You don't want to deal with that, and a lot of the times it don't have nothing to do with you. That's why I said, don't be trying to put everything on you when it has everything to do with the person. They could be in a situation right now. They could be handling some life situations right now. They could be, doing their own thing. But either way, whatever they doing, let them do it. But don't put yourself down and start to bring yourself to a lower state of level because you don't pour all of your love into this person, and now you feel like, well, it's not being reciprocated, well, or what's going on? Or now you're starting to get all these thoughts in your head. What if they're doing this? What if they're doing that? What if they're doing this? And you don't want to live in that state, because that type of energies, keeping up with that, is going to mess up your manifestation. It's going to mess up your energy. It's going to make you feel like, you know, hey, from France. Bonjour. Bonjour. Hey, sac passe. I love you guys. On Google when could be real with me, real with you. Okay, clock that tea. Y'all so funny. I love you guys. I love you guys. All right, but anyway, yeah, you just spirit is showing you right now that you can love someone and still pour love into yourself, okay? And if somebody is asking you to abandon yourself and to not truly love yourself, they probably not even asking you that, but maybe that's what they expected from you. Don't expect the unexpected, motherfucker. All right, you want to keep the energy of expect the unexpected. Do something productive as well. Get up outside. Keep continuing to be productive with your lifestyle. Do so yoga, go outside and just really feel the air and stuff like that. Just like relax, especially for my Geminis, okay, my Libras and my Aquarius. As the air signs, you guys really think about things and you fantasize into a deeper level. And it's like when you want something, you want it now, but you also can run from situations as well that you just feel like, okay, before I get hurt, I'm gonna just run away from this situation before it can even get me hurt, okay? And you don't want to be in that type of energy of saying, okay, I'm gonna just run from the situation because it's not. You feel me? Because your thoughts are getting into your head. You don't want to just run. You don't want to tell yourself that, oh, my coping mechanism is for me to run. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be running, and it might feel like freedom for that very moment that you ran away. But at the end of the day, it's gonna hit you. Okay, it's gonna hit you. It's definitely gonna hit you. And I'm not saying that you gotta just, stay ride or die and stick through the struggle and just stick through everything just so that you don't have to feel just all of that. You don't have to do all of that energy. Just don't get into the energy, baby. I'm feeling like you gotta run away. Hey, I got Virgo in my placement, okay? Leo gang, I love my Leos, my lions, okay? 18s, hey, how is it like out there? 18s? What am I doing on YouTube? I'm just channeling. That's what I'm doing on YouTube, sweetie. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much for all of the energy, okay? But this is what I'm telling you guys, okay? You're meant to have that family that you desire, that you want. You're meant for true love and romance, okay? And right now, you are a magnet. Okay, a lot of people just want some of the cookie. They want some of the twat. Okay, so you just have to just set those boundaries. Don't pour into a cup when your cup is empty, or you're just, for some of you, I'm channeling that you're really just getting back into the groove again. You're really getting your spark back again, and you want to share it with people. Maybe if you receive blessings and stuff like that, you want people to be a part of it. We get that. We love that. Okay. Some of you guys could be humanitarian. You just love individuals, or sometimes you just like to pop out when you like to pop out. Like, you might not like everybody, but at the same time, when you come out, it's a show, it's a party, it's a movement. So it's like you want to just share that energy and embrace it. You feel me? Your heart chakra is open right now. Okay. I'm feeling a lot of energy. Your heart chakras is open right now. Okay. Or you're aligning with your chakras more heavenly deep this summertime. But if people are playing that game with you, then you set the tone for it. You be like, okay, if you're gonna play this game with me, I'm gonna stop responding so much. I'm gonna stop showing up so much. I'm gonna stop trying to add people into my energy so much when I'm in a good mood. I'm gonna keep this good mood to myself, okay? And whoever I meet along the way of me in my good mood, then so be it. But they better be amplified. They better already amplify what's already amplified in my life already. That's what you want people in your life. That's how you want it to be. That's how you want it to be. You want people to reciprocate the same energy that you're giving out. You don't want to half-ass anything, okay, baby? So that's another thing. We're going to get deeply into that conversation tomorrow, okay, for the 29th. But again, May 31st, join me at 7 o'clock p.m., okay? Because we're going to do a blood moon ritual. Oh, not a blood moon. Blue moon. The blood moon already passed already. That was like a couple of months ago. And I have a ritual on my channel for that too. So you guys can tune. It still works even if it isn't a blood moon. You can do the blood moon ritual for the blue moon ritual, okay? You don't need that. So that's what I'm saying. So now we're about to be channeling some energy. And I'm talking about how is the collective being viewed, okay? 111 on the clock right now, on the dot line, okay? A lot of you guys are being viewed as just this person who's not afraid to take risk. Like they see that you are really stepping into this like this newer energy in your life. A lot of people that also was from your past, they might not feel like they can, relate to you anymore. Like they don't know how to come to you anymore because of the simple fact that you changed so much. Like they see that you really like maybe they were deep like not valuing you as much when you were present in their life. This can go for a relationship, friends, family. Thank you, sweetie. This can go for a relationship, friends, or family. But a lot of people was just like, okay, well, she's gonna always be here. He's gonna always be here. So we're just gonna yeah, until they realized that you was the motherfucking seed, okay? You was the motherfucking key. You had the key to the streets. And then they seeing that more than ever right now, okay? A lot of people can definitely be in disagreements about you having like gossiping. It's not all bad gossiping, okay? It's mostly gossiping about how you changed. They could be gossiping maybe about how they could be talking to somebody about how they feel guilty about how they treated you. This is resonating heavily with the relationship vibes. Like somebody from your past or someone that you was just recently got away from, like they could be really viewing how they treated you, and it was really mental abuse. Like it was just so much abuse that was going on. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't. Some gonna resonate with this. Okay, this can go for the Libra, Aquarius, okay, Gemini. You were in a relationship, a abusive relationship that took from you. And this person literally was just like feeding off of your energy during the time. So it took a lot for you to break free from that abusive relationship, and like that person is still watching you. Okay, you got a lot of exes in your energy that are still watching you, and some of them are really like disappointed in how they like treated you, and they see that you literally transmuted that energy and you turned pain into power. And now it's just like, who are you? Like we don't even know you anymore. Like who are you? Like damn, like maybe I should have treated the person right. You should have. And that's the energy that they should have did. Okay, for some, a lot of people that's viewing you right now, they can get a little bit overwhelmed when they see you pop up on social media. For a lot of you guys are content creators. Like I channel a lot of star seeds and entertainers and people who's in a nightlife. Could be a bottle girl or a dancer. You could be a security guard. You could be in the nightlife, working at a club, things of that nature as well. But you just got a lot of eyes on you. But overall, like you got a lot of people that they don't just know how to approach you anymore. Like they don't know how they can come to you. They don't even know like what to say anymore. Like they're just like, you just look good, okay? You just did a whole 360. You done went through a whole shift and a whole change, baby. So it's like a lot of people are just like paranoid sometimes about like even coming to you. Like a lot of people practice on how they're going to talk to you, how they're going to approach you. This could be on social media too. A lot of people practice before they literally talk to you right now, because that's how people feel on you right now. A lot of people are seeing you that you've moved on from your past. A lot of you guys could have had childhood trauma. You could have went through a certain abusive family, a dynamic. So you had to break away from overly religious people that just didn't understand you. And people from your past especially is heavily in your energy right now. But also people that are newcomers that's in your life as well, is watching you on social media, and they feel like they're a part of your journey because you're showing your journey. A lot of you guys are content creators. You're showing the things that you've been through. You're showing everything that you overcame. And they just feel like, wow, she's really moving on. Like, bro, she's really like, he or she is really glowing. They're really elevating in life right now. Okay. So a lot also as well, a lot of people could be like having ego up right now with you right now because they really want to have a moment of like forgiveness. Like they want you to forgive them in a way, like maybe they feel like, you know what I'm saying, like some other shit, like they feel like you don't forgive them or you don't trust them, whatever the case may be. And a lot of people also could be seeing you in your element. A lot of you guys could be really like financially stable, or you just really recently got financially stable. If you're not financially stable, you will be financially stable. Okay, the things that you're doing to get to that money is going to work out in the end. So people could see that you are like the breadwinner. You feel me? A lot of people could see that you're in the energy. Okay, you are really having your cups filled. A lot of people are watching you right now. People see you as good luck. Okay, good fortune. Okay, so for the mid June to July, a lot of people are going to really want to work with you, connect with you, get in contact with you, baby. Like they're gonna want to have, like, you feel what I'm saying, connections with you and stuff like that. A lot of people can see that you are very courageous. Your courage is like amplified. You're not afraid to go out there and do it, even if you have to do it alone, even if there's nobody that's there with you. They're seeing you as somebody who is very, very powerful and strong. Let me see if I can add these tags. Oh, hold on. I was trying to add the tags. But yeah, guys, if you ever want to book a reading with me, my loves, I would love for you guys to click the link in below, which is on every description in the video. Remember that when you click the channel and you see that basically you click on the channel, you go on the storefront, it's going to show an RS currency in India, but that's not the correct amount of the money that I'm charging for tarot readings, love spells, and love potions and things of that nature. But it's going to show you India currency. So what I need you guys to do is every video that you see of me, click the description below, okay? And it'll direct you to the accurate currency, okay? So that's what I wanted to let you guys know. But a lot of people are viewing you as somebody who's in a new beginning. They see you as wealthy. They're viewing you as the star seed, okay? So you got a lot of people, okay? Tell me about the admirers in the collective's energy, okay? People are definitely admiring you. Like I said, the Wheel of Fortune came again. You got people that's wanting to spend money on you. You got secret admirers who want to make the cha-ching. And for some of you men, you might be like having a lot of sugar mamas too that really want to blow a bag on you. For my girls, you know what I'm saying? You might want to have a sugar daddy. Sugar daddy trying to give you some money or something. Or overall, it's a lot of people that want to wife you, that want to marry you right now. You got the Midas touch. You have the Midas touch right now. I'm getting the heavy energy that a lot of you guys are online. A lot of you guys, are really taking leadership in your life. You could be owning a business and stuff like that. So you got a lot of people that's invested in you or that want to invest in you. If they haven't came forward yet, they will be coming in mid-June, okay? Clock that damn T, all right? Tell me more about these secret admirers, okay? Tell me more about these secret admirers, okay? You got a lot of people that I so feel like, yo, they just want to just spend on you, okay? Like they sometimes lack the control of stopping themselves from really wanting to take care of you. Like you got people that just want to take care of you, they want to love you, they just want to be close to you. And you got people that as well that's just like, bro, I'm willing to just let the fear go of what might happen if I pour into this person. They're like not even like thinking deeply on anything about that. They're just thinking about like, yo, I just want to pour into this person, I want to love this person, I want to support this person. Like you got a lot of people in your energy right now that are heavenly feeling you, okay? I'm getting the energy, you a baddie. I'm getting the energy of bad yo. Thank you so much, Simone. Oh my god, you're a bad girl. You're a bad thing. And tell me more about these sugar daddies and these sugar mommies, okay? What's going on with the sugar daddies and the sugar mommies, okay? A lot of them are wanting to take you out on a date. You feel me? They want to just romance you. You got this sexy. I was getting you energy, just sexy as fuck. You look good. You feel me? So they just want to be your Prince Charming. Like they want to scoop you up like the night. You feel me? And just take you away from all of your problems or whatever the case may be. They just want to be a part of your life. You got some ones as an individual. It could be late 30s to 40s. This is what you're attracting. Mostly importantly, you got a lot of people trying to spend some money on you. They see you as very beautiful, very charming, and they want to merge with you. You remind them a specific person is going to resonate with, but you remind them of their like, I don't know. You remind them of a past lover that they once were, and like they see you in her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy, right? But you reminding people of certain individuals that they ran across in their life and they never found that person again. But like you reminding people, you're giving a lot of people some deja vu. You're giving a lot of it. Oh, there ain't no damn demons over here. You about to get the hell up out of here. You out of here. Talk about some damn demons. Boy, what the fuck you see a demon at? Where you see a demon? Demon. Don't demon mean genius? Do you know demon means genius? No, you don't. You feel me? And you have a lot of people also as well. Like they could just be a lot of them also the people that you're very attracting, like the sugar daddies and sugar mama, they could really be having an issue with their marriage right now. They could be having complications with, the relationship and the dynamic they're in. So you're like the fresh breath of fresh air. Like you're like the new light for them. And it's like they want to just pour into you. I'm getting a heavy energy of a Gemini, you feel what I'm saying? This man is a Gemini, you feel me? He just wants to pour into you and give you all the love, okay? If it's a woman, this woman wants to pour into you. She's a Gemini and she wants to give you all of her love. Maybe she's having complications in her relationship and her love life, and it's just something youthful and beautiful that that person sees in you, and it's just like, they're trying their best to not get so overly attached, but you're irresistible. Okay, at the same time, some of these partners as well with the sugar daddies and sugar mamas, some of them could really be in fear of commitment. You feel what I'm saying? But with you is different. They want to commit to you. They want to spoil you. They want to praise you. They want to just be there for you. Okay, so a lot of them also really just overall, they're working, they're successful, they have a lot of money, you feel me, you got a lot of people that's coming to you, or if they haven't came to you already, a lot of people are just really like coming to you, but they coming with money. Okay, they got a hustle flow, they literally are obsessed with work. You feel what I'm saying? They're obsessed with work, they got a hustle flow going on. Yeah, for some of them, they could be leaving the marriage and stuff like that. It could be transitioning, trying to come to you, or just having their doors open. But like I said, bro, you got a lot of people, a lot of energies. You got secret admirers, you got sugar daddies and sugar mamas trying to take care of you. If they're not in your energy already, they're just trying to spoil you out. Okay, tell me more about these sugar mamas and sugar daddies and what's to come next. Okay, what's to come next for the summertime? All right, yes. So it's like a lot of them are also releasing the fear of, what if this, like, I'm gonna spoil this person, I'm gonna pour into this person, right? But like, I don't want this to ruin me. Like they be thinking that sometimes, because they be like, yo, this person can ruin me, but I love it. I love them. Like, you got a lot of people that's obsessed with you. Like, I'm just telling you right now, bro. Y'all on social media. Y'all on social media. Y'all look good as hell on social media. You got some people that's literally fucking afraid, but they just want to bite the apple. Like, they just want to bite the fucking apple. Okay, you got sugar mamas, sugar daddies, all of that energy coming in. What's the comfort of summertime? Okay, with this energy, what's the comfort of summertime? Okay, so a lot of you guys also as well are, you could feel a lot of energy. For some of you, you guys are really dark empaths, empathetic people. You could feel the energy. So it's like you be knowing people like you, or they find you interesting just off of the strength of just feeling it. Like, you guys are really deep, like deeply emotionally, like intelligent. Okay, intelligent as fuck. So it's like, before anybody can even tell you they like you or they find you, you could be already knowing who this secret admirer is. You could be already knowing like that this person is sugar mama and sugar daddy. Like, you could already be knowing what's going on in their energy field already before they even tell you what's going on, because the energy is just like, you're emotionally intelligent. A lot of the energy I'm getting from cancers too. Okay, got my cancers in here as well. So we're gonna dive deeper into this stuff, you feel me? All right, so I want you guys to join my Patreon, okay? If you guys would like more readings regarding this sugar mama and sugar daddy energy, you guys can book a reading with me personally. Link in bio all the time, babies. But I want you guys to join my Patreon, okay? That link is always in the description in every video that I have, so that you guys can be a part of a deeper exclusive visual that I have. And I love to do book readings on there. We do deep dives on mysticism. We do deep dives on spirituality and things of that nature. So I just kind of want to read a little bit of this book for you, and it's called Nora Roberts' Key of Light. I just feel like it's something very significant. Okay, so I'm gonna read a couple of pages, and this is what we're going to also bring to Patreon. So I would love for you guys to join my Patreon as well. So let's begin. But first, let me get the candles, okay? Because honestly, we're gonna just bring the energy of love, okay, into us. Energy of love as we're reading, okay? That's what we're conjuring, all right? We're conjuring the love energy, all right, as we are reading. So let's begin. What's going on? So this is by Nora Roberts. It's called Key of Light, all right? I feel like it's something very significant for us to really know. I'm going to read a couple of pages, okay? And then you guys can join my Patreon to learn more and discover more things with me, okay? So we're on chapter 1. The storm ripped over the mountains, gushing torrents of rain that struck the ground with the sharp ring of metal on stone. Lightning strikes spat down, angry artillery fire that slammed against the cannon roar of thunder. There was a gleeful kind of mien in the air, a sizzle of temper and spite that boiled with power. It suited Mallory Price's mood perfectly. Now, in answer. to that wary and completely rhetorical question nature, and all of her maternal wrath was showing her just how bad things could get. There was an ominous rattling somewhere in the dash of her sweet little Mazda, and she still had 19 payments to go on it. In order to make those payments, she had to keep her job. Okay, so first of all, let's go into the beginning as well to know exactly what this book is about. So I'm trying to find the illustration of it. Now, where was that? Malaria. I don't think they have a book explaining exactly what this is. Because mind you, I literally like got this book and I have a lot of books on my bookshelf in my house. So like any of you guys ever want to request for me to read a book on live, you guys can do that as well on the comment sections. And I will literally get the book and read it if I don't have it already. Because I have a lot of books as well too, okay? So it doesn't really explain what's going on. This book will probably go for Fate brings three women together for a chance to unlock their deepest desires. Mallory has the soul of an artist. Okay, I told you a lot of energy of artists I'm getting that's on this live stream. Creative people, painters, people who are into entertainment. So Mallory has the soul of an artist and an eye for beauty. She must find the key of light on the first of three dangerous quests that could fulfill her destiny or forever destroy her life. That sound deep as fuck, okay? That sound like it's very significant codes that we can decode in this situation, okay? But we're going to begin reading the chapter 1 that we was already reading already. And mind you, I'm only going to read about like a couple more pages. And then you guys can join me on Patreon. Okay. There was an ominous rattling somewhere in the dash of her sweet little Mazda, and she still had 19 payments to go on it. In order to make those payments, she had to keep her job. She hated her job. That wasn't part of the Mallory Price life plan, which she had begun to outline at the age of 8. 20 years later, that outline had become a detailed and organized checklist, complete with headings, subheadings, and cross references. She revised it miraculously on the first day of each year. She was supposed to love her job. It said so quite clearly under the heading of her career. And we all go through that in our, when you was in your 20s, or if you're in your 20s right now, you're just discovering what career path you want to go on or what spark do you want to pour into right now. So maybe you did go into something, but it didn't turn out the way you thought it was. So it's like, what else can I do? You know what I'm saying? Mind you, this is the key of light. So it's something significant about this key right here, which I told you in the beginning, you got the key to the streets. Let the symbolism begin. Okay. She had worked at the gallery for 7 years, the last 3 of those as manager, which was right on schedule, and she had loved it. Being surrounded by arts, like I said, artists. I have a lot of artist energy in this reading right now. I have a lot of people that are artists, that are painters, that are musicians, okay? So she was surrounded by art at her job, having an almost free hand in this displaying, the acquiring, the promotion, and the setup for showing and events. The fact was, she had begun to think of the gallery as hers and knew full well that the rest of the staff, the clients, the artists, and the craftsmen felt very much the same. James P. Horace might have owned the smart little gallery, but he never questioned Mallory's decision, and on his increasingly rare visits, he complimented her, always on the acquisitions, the abundance of the sales. It had been perfect, which was exactly what Mallory intended her life to be. After all, if it wasn't perfect, that was the point. Everything had changed when James ditched 53 years of comfortable bachelorhood and acquired himself a young, sexy woman. Didn't I tell you the energy of a sugar daddy? This man who's in his 50s, in his late 50s, he's acquiring to seek a young, sexy woman. You see the symbolism in this book? Before we begin, we're literally we're on page 2, chapter 1, page 2. And two people are on this live right now. Okay? 222 energy. Take that angel number. A lot of you guys can be resonating with 222. It's a lot of synchronicities going on, okay, babies? I love the vibes, though. So, This older man, he's acquiring a sexy woman. So, a wife, Mallory, thought with her blue steel eyes narrowing in resentment, who had decided to make the gallery her personal pet. It didn't matter that the new Mrs. Horace knew next to nothing about art. So, what I'm sensing from this energy of what we're reading right now, so Mallory definitely was working at a job at at art and stuff like that. She was in a gallery, working in a gallery. So she made it her own. Even though it was owned by Mr. Horace, she still considered it her pet, her place of work, her piece, okay? But then Mr. Horace started requiring a sexy woman. You feel me? He wanted a wife. He wants somebody by his side. You feel me? And he's in his prime. You feel me? He wanted to look for somebody younger. I told you, sugar daddy energy. That's what I'm getting. Mallory, you can sense she's kind of a little bit jealous or feeling intimidated. Like, this is my area. Like, why he had to go get a girlfriend or whatever though? Why he had to get a wife? Like, that's the energy I'm getting. But let's read it on. Okay. It didn't matter that the new Mrs. Horace knew next to nothing about art. And mind you, his new wife that he's requiring doesn't know shit about art. So Mallory is like, girl, you don't even know what's going on here. What? How did two opposites always attract? You feel me? Opposites attract. So yeah, that's her ego talking. Hold on. About business, she knew nothing about business, nothing about art, about public relations, or about managing employees. James dotted on his Pamela, and Mallory's dream job had become a daily nightmare. But she had been dealing with it. Mallory thought as she sculled through their dark, drenched windshield, she had determined her strategy. She would simply wait Pamela out. So Mallory started telling herself, you know what, I'm gonna wait until, Pamela, what do they say her name? Pamela is the new wife interest, okay, of Mr. Horace. Mr. Horace is in his late 50s. Pamela, something like that. Pamela. 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 Hey. Pamela. So Pamela is a sexy young wife. She doesn't know nothing about art, nothing about business, but somehow Mr. Horace still wants her a part of the business. He wants something young, fine, and truly divine. Okay, so Mallory is kind of feeling competition. She's the person who works for Mr. Horace, but she made the gallery her palace. She made it hers, even though it was owned by Mr. Horace. Are you getting that? So she's feeling a little competition. You know how women, are in competitive spirits and stuff like that, like feeling in competition and stuff like that. So it's just like she's like, you know what? I'm gonna wait this relationship out. I know that Mr. Horace is not gonna end up being with this woman for long, so that she can run the gallery as she chooses without a woman in the picture. Y'all feel what the hell going on? Mind you, this is Nora Roberts, Key of Light, okay? This key is very significant for us. We are going to read more of it on Patreon. You guys can add my Patreon at Shadow Kitty Realm. It's always in the description of every video that I post. This is the key that we are aligning with. We do deeper readings on this so we can discover what is the key for our artists, our star seeds. What is it trying to tell us through this book, okay? Because as you guys seen before, I was channeling through the tarot reading. This book really resonates with a lot of stuff that I was channeling before I even read this book. And this is my first time reading this book. We're reading this book together. So let's begin. Okay, so she starts waiting it out and stuff like that. She will remain calm and self-possessed. So that's what Mallory told herself. You know what? I'm going to stay in my energy. I'm going to just remain calm. I'm going to wait it out. Maybe he's going to break up with her. So until this nasty little bump was passed and the road smoothed out again. Now that excellent strategy was out the window. So remember she said she was going to wait it out, she was going to be calm. Now it's going out the window because it seems that something else is brewing up. She had lost her temper when Pamela countermanded her orders on a display of art glass and turned the perfectly and beautifully organized gallery upside down with clutter and ugly fabrics. So Mallory is like, girl, why are you turning this whole gallery? This is my gallery. Even though it's owned by Mr. Horace, he got this little young fine thing in this gallery trying to change up the fabrics, trying to change up everything, and she doesn't feel in control. This is the energy that I'm getting. Mallory does not feel in control. She feels like Pamela is making decisions that's literally not, it's not good. It's not good for the store. So we're gonna continue on to that. Okay. So she doesn't like all of the ugly fabrics that she chose. So there were some things that she could tolerate. Mallory, okay? There was some things she could tolerate about Pamela. but told herself. But being slapped in the face with hideous taste in her own space wasn't one of them. So she just felt like, ugh, this is not the taste for me. Like, ugh, like you making this gallery feel like, it's not mine, even though it was never hers. But this is what she told herself because she made it hers, okay? In her head. One of them. Then again, blowing up at the owner's wife was not the path to job security, particularly when the words "my opic Plymouth and bimbo" were employed. Lighten. Oh, she called her a bimbo. Oh, so she must got big yitty yitties. You feel me? She must be looking like the bad gal. You feel me? Young, fine ting. This looking like the Mr. Horace, the older guy. You feel me? In his late 50s, he like the bimbos with the big pooty uties. And Mallory is just like, yo, she's just a bimbo. She don't know shit about shit. This is what I'm getting with Key of Light. Like, bitch, she don't know shit about shit, bro. What are you talking about? That's funny as fuck. Okay, lightning splits the sky over the rise ahead, and Mallory winced as much in memory of her temper as from the flash. A very bad move on her part, which only showed what happened when you gave in to temper and impulse. So this is the key right here. Do not fight fire with fire. Don't give in to temper and impulse, okay? Because you see, Mallory had let her energy out that she always felt. She was keeping it in how she felt about Pamela. Pamela. I don't know how I say Pamela. Pamela. That's her name. But Mallory felt some type of way about her since she walked in the room before she could even pick the fabrics out, before she can even decide to change up the gallery. Mallory felt some way anyway because she felt like her position was being taken by the new sexier wife, okay? Mind you, she's not a wife of Mr. Horace, but she works for Mr. Horace. And Mr. Horace brought this young, fine teen into the job force, and now she feels in competition with her. So it's looking like she let her temper and her impulse get the best of her, which is, as women, my dark feminine energy, we do not let our temper and our impulses get in the way of our light, okay? We don't allow it to get in the way of our success, and we don't fight fire with fire. That is what we are learning heavenly right now, okay? And you could be a fire sign, but don't fight fire with fire. Okay? To top it off, she had spilled latte on Pamela's escada soup, but that had been an accident. So basically, ooh, Mallory spilled some latte on her outfit, on Pamela's outfit. But it's like you see the energy of Mallory already feeling intimidated by her or in competition with her. So she's spilling that drink, that latte, because women can feel each other. Women can know when a woman don't like each other. Women can feel when a woman is not really like rocking with them. We get that as women. You feel me? So we resonate with that energy. So we know what Mallory was on. Okay. Yeah. It was an accident, all right. Yeah, okay. It wasn't an accident. However, Fawn James was of her. Mallory knew her livelihood was hanging by a very slim thread. So ever since she joined into the gallery, she felt free. She felt like she can change it up, and she felt like it was hers. Till Mr. Horace brought the sexy younger wife in. Then she started changing up everything around. Then Mallory starts to get in competition with her. She starts getting repetitive, and then she start fighting fire with fire. Okay, instead of telling Mr. Horace that she should have went to Mr. Horace and told Mr. Horace that this Pamela girl is not doing the job right, or she's trying to boss her around. That's what she should have did instead of going to fight fire with fire and just spill the latte on her by accident. You feel me? Because now she's hanging on by a thread. This is the job that she really liked, but now she's hanging on by a thread because she let the impulse get. And this is what we learning. This is the key element right here. Do not allow impulse to win. Okay? Don't fight fire with fire. I'm telling you. Because at the end of the day, the fire keeps amplifying. If you fight fire with fire, it's going to keep amplifying. It's going to keep blooming, bitch. It's going to keep going. You don't need to, you need to put some water on that hoe. All right? Bringing that emotions, okay? Control that emotions, that flow of state. This for my dark feminine women, okay? So her job is hanging on by a thread, and when the thread broke, she would sink. You feel me? So that's what the energy she's getting right now. Art galleries weren't a dime a dozen. So you can't really just go apply to an art gallery and get accepted a lot of the times. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard to get in the field. You feel me? For the ones that know, as a painter, as an artist, you know how the grind is. So she got into the situation, but she's ruining for herself because she's stepping on the toes of Mr. Horace's new sexy young wife. When she should have told Mr. Horace that this girl is not doing her job right, and she's trying to boss her around instead of trying to fight fire with fire. This is for a lot of women. You got to take some advice for this too. All right, we're gonna take a lot of advice for the situation. No, okay, like no. You got to play your role. Okay, play your part, but also be level-headed, level-minded. All right, this is what we learn, and this is what the spirits is telling us, to always stay level-headed. Not to let anybody feel like they one up on us, and we might get triggered. We might want to lash out, but it's best to not do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it saves you the energy. You feel me? So spinning back, all right. So she would either have to find another area of work as a stopgap or relocate. Neither option put a smile on her face, so she was disappointed. She loved Pleasant Valley, loved being surrounded by the mountains of western Pennsylvania. If you're from Pennsylvania, put it down below. You from Pennsylvania? Hey, Pennsylvania, Philly in this motherfucker. She loved the small town feel, the mix of quiet and sophisticated that drew the tourists, and the getaway crowds that spilled out of neighboring Pittsburgh for impulsive weekends. And even when she was a child growing up in the suburbs of Pittsburgh, Pleasant Valley was exactly the sort of place she imagined living in. She craved the hills with their shadows and textures, and the tidy streets of a valley town, the simplicity of the pace, the friendliness of neighbors. So she enjoys working at this gallery. She enjoys, being a part of this place that made her feel alive. But then all of a sudden, she allowed this woman to come in and basically trick her out of her spot. This is why I say don't fight fire with fire, because you could be having somebody trying to trick you out your spot. Somebody could be actively trying to sabotage you right now. This is going to resonate with a lot of you. Some of you could be working in a workforce area where somebody's always on your tail. They're always trying to set rules for you, and they're not even the manager, okay? They could be fucking the manager, but they not the motherfucking manager. So don't allow that person to trick you out your goddamn spot. Don't allow that shit to kick. But I get it, because when you a pretty woman, you a baddie, a lot of people just, feel competition. But she started off wrong. The way she was feeling, she should have did some shadow work. She should have went home and wrote a book and wrote in her notebook and said how she feel about Pamela and did some manifestation. And then if she needed to talk to her boss, Mr. Horace, that's what the fuck she should have did. That's what she fucked up at. Okay? Because now she's starting to feel the feeling of, oh my God, I'm about to lose my favorite job in my favorite town, Pennsylvania. And she lost it because she done let this energy of fighting fire with fire trick her up out of her spot. Okay? She tricked up about the spot there. Okay? But this is why I said in the beginning, a man is not going to do that. Not to say they perfect or whatever, but we could take some notes as a dark feminine energy. We need to operate in the patriarchy, okay? We need to take some notes. So a man is not going to do that. He's not going to go start beefing with somebody at his job that he don't like. You see that men can work with each other even if they don't like the motherfucker? Even if they don't like the motherfucker, they could still be cordial. So as women, we gotta move like that. You feel me? A lot of people, don't fuck with a lot of pretty women because they want to humble us. You feel me? But don't give them the key to think that they can ever get you out your spot, because they see who you are. She's seen Pamela, seen who Mallory was, and she's seen all of the goodness she was bringing into the gallery. Mallory got tricked out of her spot because she fought fire with fire instead of actually either going to tell her boss, Mr. Horace, of what's going on, or doing some shadow work so she can see why she feels like she needs to be in competition with this woman, instead of trying to accidentally spill latte on her when she already didn't like the girl. As soon as the girl walked in the goddamn room, she called her a bimbo. Like, come on, bro. You didn't spill that latte on her by accident. You did it on purpose, okay? So we going through the psychology of shit. She did it on purpose. Period. All right, let's go back to the spot. So she starts longing or whatever. It's like that. She misses it. Mallory knew her livelihood was hanging by a thread. Okay, she loved blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to get to my spot. So Pleasant Valley was actually the sort of place she had imagined living in. She craved the hills. So she just loved it. The decision to someday fold herself into the fabric of Pleasant Valley had been made when she was 14 and spent a long holiday weekend there with her parents. Just as she had decided when she wandered through the gallery that long ago, autumn, that she would one day be part of that space. Okay, so she was manifesting about, getting into the gallery, before she started working there, but she needed to still manifest so that she can not allow this girl Pamela to get in her energy and mess her up. So that's what she fucked up at. So of course, at the time, she had thought her paintings would hang there, but that was one item on her checklist that she had been forced to delete rather than tick off when it was accomplished. She would never be an artist, but she had to be needed to be involved with and surrounded by art. So you see how they said she needed to be needed, okay? That's abandonment wound. Hey, this cat is just running the fucking monk. Sit down, girl. This girl running around as I'm reading, like. So we channeling things in this reading right now. So you see how she said, I needed to feel needed. Mallory needed to feel needed, wanted. So when this girl came in that gallery, Pamela, as Mr. Horace's new sexy young wife, even though Mallory is not dating Mr. Horace, she felt like she felt like she was no longer needed. And then she got tricked out of her spot because she allowed the impulsiveness and the anger to fight fire with fire. So women, we gonna read this, and we gonna, you know what I'm saying, make sure that we don't fight fire with fire. You feel me? So she needs to feel needed. She didn't want to move back to the city. She wanted to keep her gorgeous, roomy apartment 2 blocks from the gallery, with its views of the Appalachians. Oh, somebody did say on the live they were from the Appalachians Mountains. I could be pronouncing it wrong because of my accent, but Appalachians, something like that. Y'all know what it's called. Appalachians. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that, but y'all can pronounce it for me. Somebody did say they're from the mountains there, so yeah. It's creaky old floors. The gallery was creaky old floors, and its walls that she covered with carefully selected artwork. So she really poured her art into this. Mallory felt needed, wanted. She was able to just run the gallery as she chose to, but then Pamela came in. She got jealous, and Pamela could have definitely been triggering her on purpose so that she can trick her out her spot and be the only woman in the gallery. Because now that she's getting top from it, now that she giving Mr. Horace top, she giving the main boss Mr. Horace top, she gonna run the whole dynamic. You see how she tricked her out her spot? She wanted to be the only woman in the gallery, okay? And Mallory wanted to be the only woman in the gallery too. So Pamela wanted to be the only woman in the gallery. So she starts basically being rude to her, mean to her, and bossing her around. Mallory wanted to be the only woman in the gallery, but guess what? She started fighting fire with fire. You feel me? Instead of telling Mr. Horace on what's going on. And if that nigga is pussy whipped, then do some shadow work and some manifestations, and make sure that this woman doesn't trigger you. You feel me? So that's what she should have did. Hi, I'm doing well. How are you? Join me in this reading session for a deeper more dive into what's going on in the key of light. You guys can definitely add my Patreon at Shadow Kitty Realm. It will be in every description that you see on my videos. So if you guys want to know more about what happens with Mallory and this whole situation with, her feeling like she got tricked out of her spot at the gallery, where Mr. Horace owned the gallery in Pennsylvania, and how Pamela was like triggering her so that she can trick her out of her spot. If you want to know more, sweetie, about that energy, and this is why I like the pink candle, because we giving love frequency, okay? So this has a lot to do with what we were talking about today in this live. So if you guys want to know more about this, join me in my Patreon at Shadow Kitty Realm, okay? Oh, my earring was coming out. Y'all gonna see me put my Medusa. So if y'all want to know more about it, babies, join me on my Patreon. I would love for you guys to join my book sessions, okay? I love you guys so much. May you have a blessed, beautiful night. And remember, May 31st, we will be on live, okay? So that we can do the blue moon rituals together, all right? And remember, take heed of what this reading was telling us, okay? Do not be Mallory, okay? Do not fight fire with fire, all right? Don't give your power up to any man that's not giving you attention. Don't give your power up to anybody or any person that's trying to trigger you, because they can see where you're going. They can see the light in you, and they just trying to trigger you. They're trying to bring you down. They want to bring you down to a level of state of how they might feel about themselves internally. Because a lot of the times people treat you how they feel about themselves. But they only gonna treat you like that continuously if you don't set boundaries. And Mallory did not set boundaries with Pamela. She instead fought fire with fire. She started literally feeling like her job was hanging by a thread because she was doing too much. Angry, and she, instead of doing the right thing, like telling Mr. Horace about what's going on, or doing some manifestations and protection spells in her house, she decided to let Pamela run a ring around her. And then it allowed it, basically, now her job could be at stake. So you want to learn more about what's going to happen with Mallory and her job and everything else, join me on Patreon. Love you.